Hello, I'm Michael Wilson, and today I'm going to show you how to export your Examview quizzes into Haiku. Now, Haiku cannot automatically import files from the Examview format, but Examview can export into a format that Haiku does understand. So the first step is to open the file in Examview. So I'm going to open this one. I'm going to go up to the File menu and down to Export, and then down to Blackboard. Haiku understands the Blackboard format, but not the Examview format. When you export a file from Examview into the Blackboard format, it's actually going to create a zip file. You're going to upload that entire zip file to Haiku. All I have to do is give it a name and press save. Here we have to put that name in the name box and in the directory name box. I just always type the same name for everything. That keeps it all um, on the same page. Go ahead and click OK. It has now exported the file into the Blackboard format. You don't get any kind of confirmation message that it's complete. It's just done. So now we're done with Examview. I'm going to go ahead and close that. And now let's go into Haiku. I've already got my Haiku page open here. The first thing I want to do is click on the Assess tab, and then to Assessments. When your Assessments page opens, you want to click on the Imports tab. And the reason is we're going to be importing from the Blackboard format into Haiku. You can see that I've already imported several things already. Your list may be blank if you haven't done that yet. I'm going to import a brand new set of questions. Click on the Import Questions button. This screen asks you can type in all sorts of information. The only thing that you have to do is choose your Blackboard file. I'm going to choose File, select the folder that Examview exported for us, and click Open. That's the only thing you have to do in this window. You don't have to fill in any other information. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the Upload button. And it'll take a few moments for the quiz to import. Now, depending on how many questions were in your quiz and how many of those questions contained graphics, it could take quite a while for your quiz to upload. So please be patient with it. When it's done, you'll see a screen that looks like this. It'll tell you how many questions were imported. So now I'm going to click on the View Imported Questions button. And here you can see a list of all the questions that were imported from my worksheet into into Haiku. If I want, what the computer has done here is it has actually built me a test bank. So from this bank of questions, I need to select which questions I want to put on my actual quiz. In this case, I want to use all the questions in my Haiku quiz. So I'm just going to click on this link that says this page 15. When you click on this, it actually selects, you can see it has selected the question for me, and if I scroll down you can see that it has selected all of the questions in the entire bank for me. So now that they are all selected, I'm going to add all of those questions to my assessment. Here the computer is actually building my quiz now. Remember that before what we were looking at is a test bank. Now we're building the actual quiz. So here the computer wants to know, do I want to add these questions from this bank to an existing assessment that I've already been working on, or do I want to create a brand new assessment? And in this case I want to create a new assessment. So I've got that selected and I hit next. Here's the same screen that you see when you create a quiz using Haiku's built-in tools. It wants to know, is this an exam or is it a practice test? I'm going to select exam and hit next. Here's where I get to type in a title for this quiz. I'm going to name this the 3.3 worksheet. If I wanted to, I could enter in any other instructions or anything as well. And then don't forget to tell the computer how many points this is worth. It's 15 questions, so I'm going to make it worth 15 points. You can make that any number you want. Click Next. The only thing you have to put in here is make sure that you got the right points and then a title. Those are the only areas you have to complete. Here, the computer allows me to make some additional options. Again, these are the same as if you were creating a quiz using Haiku's built-in functions. You can specify a time limit if you want. I'll just set that to unlimited. And then you can specify how many times the student is allowed to retake a quiz or a test. I'm going to set one on that as well. Some anti-cheating options: you can randomize the questions and randomize the multiple choice answers. If you want your quiz to be restricted or web friendly, you can make those changes there as well. Basically, what this is, if you make your quiz web friendly, it will allow students to highlight text, which will allow them to copy text and paste it into other places. You may not want that to happen for security reasons, so if you select restricted, it will prevent them from doing those types of things. So I've made my settings and hit finish. The computer one more time wants to ask me, do I want to insert all of these 15 questions that I have specified, or do I want to insert just a few of them? I don't know why the computer asked me the same question twice. I already specified that I wanted to include all 15 questions, so I'm going to leave it set to all, and I'm going to hit insert. The next page you see is the completed quiz. So here you can see Haiku has imported all 15 questions and it has added them to a new quiz for me. Now this quiz is in the draft state, which means that I can still make changes and so forth to it, but the students will not be able to take this quiz yet. So to actually turn on the quiz, you go to Manage Assessment and then select Publish. And then hit Finish. And that's it. This quiz is now open, published, and accessible to students. They can retrieve it from the Assess tab, and they can take your quiz. So I hope you find this useful, and I hope it saves you a little trouble from having to recreate all of the quizzes that you've already built in Examview. Have a great day.